Divine day family. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'll send y'all great vibrations, healing, love, peace, prosperity, abundance, joy of any and everything you desire. Just wishing you all love. Send you all great vibrations. I hope your day is going beautiful. My day is going wonderful as well. So, yeah, I just wanted to jump on real quick to touch on some things, some questions I've been asked over the past couple of days. So, first off, I'm doing amazing. Jumped up, got some stretches in, um, got a little breathing work in as well, and haven't ate yet, haven't broke my fast yet, so still on my fast. But I'm feeling amazing. Just want to jump on and speak with you real quick. I'm gonna let the clock do its thing. I know I'm so annoying, y'all. But no, okay. So anyway, what I wanted to jump on and touch, what I wanted to jump on and talk about was about the retrograde. Normally, I don't get into astrology or speak about anything happening in the planets. I do give things for the planet for its days. For the 10th of the day, like today, Jupiter Day, the day meant for expansion, expanding your mind. Gaining more knowledge, doing more for yourself, like expanding outside of your norm. But anyway, so that's for Jupiter Day. That's for Thursday. So, but anyway, back to the retrograde. With the retrograde, how I see it as retrogrades are tests. Grade meaning test, getting your grade from test back in school. Retro, vintage, past fashion, also just meaning the past. So I put it together, past, grade. You getting tested for your past. So that's how I put retrogrades. Any retrograde I treat it as that. So we get 3 to 4 retrogrades a year. This is our 4th retrograde this year for 2023, our 4th and last one. Also, our 4th supermoon. Yes, I'm into the moon. I say I'm not into the planetary or anything like that, but I am into the moon and harvesting the energy from the moon. A lot of people say that the moon is satellite. A lot of people say it's an ancestor. I go about my own feeling, I go with my own intuition, and it worked for me. I've done practices with the moon and it worked for me. So whatever works for you, do you in your own journey, boo. So anyway, back to the retrograde. So I see it as a test from the past. So in the age we are in now, where it's becoming a big divide, I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna sum it up in the end, but of good and evil, bad people and good people. So it's becoming a great divide, and you're seeing what side people are choosing. Like you can see what side your family members are choosing, your friends, coworkers, anyone around you. You can see, you can tell, because now it's evident of how people move when they're on the spiritual journey versus how people move in when they're just going with the flow still. It is what it is. Everyone in their journey, everyone going through their purpose on their own for a reason. That's them. That you should be very neutral on other people's actions and what they're doing with their life. No one should be going around judging or telling nobody what to do and what not to do. We're past that now, because you can feel, when you're doing the right thing or when you're doing the wrong thing. But that's when you also tap into yourself, meditating, connecting with your higher consciousness to get things out, to clarify things that you're going through, and know that my intuition telling me to go this way, I'm going to go that way, and boom, you go that way, and nothing but good things follow. We done been there, but now we're in an age of, you know what the right thing. Do it. You have to go with it. You have to trust yourself. You're not trusting your intuitions. You're not trusting the divine creators. We're one with the divine spirit guide. You're not trusting them. You're not trusting, I said them, energy. You're not trusting the divine enough to know that it's going to work out for you. So I am, like I say, I have many testimonies that when I have went against my intuition, and then it went downhill from there, because either I didn't go with my intuition or say what my intuition was telling me to say, because I'm thinking on the outside that, oh, it's ego, or I'm just saying this because I feel like I know everything, or whatever the case is. But it's time for us to know thyself, get aligned with ourselves, aligning our ego in our higher consciousness, aligning them together because they are one. We are one. We have dark and light. We are one, period. There's nowhere around it. There's nowhere around it. But, so back to the retrograde. Retrograde, this one is about letting go. Definitely letting go, walking into your abundance, walking into your new life. It is time for you to do that now. Like all that other playing, all that stuff is dead now. All the blame games, all your past holding you back, all that, it's time to dead it. It is time to dead. I know it sounds harsh, but sometimes we got to get it harshly because we know if we forget about those things, forgive those situations, clear your energy from them and move forward. Create new reality for you. Create new reality for yourself. Do things out of the box. Just do random things. In order to tap back into who you are, like innocent, really an innocent soul that just want to live in peace and harmony. And you have this, they have that. Like, mind your business. We want to live in that kind of world. A lot of us may want to live amongst each other. That's cool too. But everybody have respect for the individual, respect each other's boundaries, respect what each other's doing, and move on with your purpose and figure out what you want to do. But anyway, this retrograde, it's time. Let it go. Let it go. A lot of people feeling, people bothering me, this happening. Like, even on yesterday with me. I wanted to purchase a computer yesterday. At the same time, when I went to the place to purchase it, I was feeling kind of about it, but I didn't want to make it seem like I'm putting on the situation to make it a situation. So it's like, you got to stop yourself from thinking things sometimes, even though your intuition telling you, don't get it here, don't do it. You go somewhere else. Something could be wrong with that. You don't know because you got to, you're not testing it. You can't test it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. But then again, the other side of me and our series want it. So we gonna get it because that's who we are. I'm looking out, thinking that's the best thing. Just get it, knowing, like I said, knowing I had that intuition not to. I should have said something. I wanted to say something, but like I said, when we not really vibing, because I wasn't vibing in my vibration, because I was already kind of, I had my little hunger attack. I just came off of a fast, a 3-day fast, and I was getting that little hunger feeling of I'm hungry. I just want to get in and go. So anyway, we got it. Get home. It don't work. Now I'm sitting in there with a defective computer that I have to take all the way back and do it all over again because I didn't listen to my intuition or my gut. And that's, you see, it happened during the retrograde. Like, it's about letting things go, like not holding on to things. I could have been like all puff and puff about it, but we're about to, he's like, just use his, and you know what I'm saying? So it's things around things. But you have to figure it out now. You have to listen to your intuition and figure it out. Figure out what's best for you in your situation. Stop getting all this outside opinions about your situation, and you go within and you listen to your intuition. And it's time for you to get graded on how well you communicate with your higher self during situations. Even when it comes to driving, people driving so slow in front of you, cutting you off, and don't allow it to piss you off. Don't even see it. Continue just moving in your flow. Oh, it's meant for them to do that because something could have probably happened to them over there. We never know. Though I say you have to be neutral walking into situations now. This, like I said, with this retrograde, it's about the neutrality. You must remain neutral. No good, no bad. See what you see. You analyze it within yourself. Don't always be that outspoken, want to speak on everything, everybody's situation, because you don't know. You may be taking in that karma from their karma. Because you trying to butt in and help their situation when they have to go through their lesson, because we all have to go through our lessons from what we have done. They'll say, I don't see that as bad, just going through a lesson because you know not to do it no more. You touch the eye on the stove, it's hot, you know not to put your hand back on there. So we in an age of where, since we know now we must take accountability, it's time to let things go that's no longer serving you, that's keeping you in a stagnant mood, keeping you very stagnant, keeping nothing but downward vibrations, low vibrations around you. We can't see that high and low vibrations. You see that when you walk in a room amongst people, you can tell who's with the high vibration, who's with the low vibration. So, but we're in an age of no judging. You stand neutral. You see it, you observe it, let it go. You need to move on to what you got going on because things will definitely try to get you off your game. We're no longer allowing things like that to happen anymore with this retrograde, with this completion, this number four. We're no longer allowing people to be able to push buttons. We don't have buttons for you to push, my dear. You know what I'm saying? Move along. Move along. Ancestors, continue. My spirit guides, my angels continue to protect me, allow me to continue to walk through my beautiful journey of life because my life is beautiful. Whether I No, I'm where I want to be. Period. I'm here for a divine reason, divine purpose, because I'm moving forward. If I was in a stagnant behavior, being somewhere, being uncomfortable, or anything like that, that means I'm not going with flow state. So right now I'm currently going with flow state. So I'm currently flowing and letting y'all know about this. They're just dinging in my letting you know about this retrograde and how don't be afraid of it. Go into it with it's time for me to move on. Go into it with a spirit warrior. You're done with all that fight. It's time for you to let that stuff go and live in your blissful life. Your blissful life. I heard Isis Wisdom yesterday say, study blessings, blessings. You know, your blessings, having blessings, like being blessed, like living in bliss, like in your peace, your paradise within your own self. And so, yeah, that's what I feel about retrograde. That's what I see as retrograde and where we at currently now. We're in, like I said, it's time to let go. Walking into next year, the year of number 8, the abundance. Even though we're living in abundance now, no, don't want to get that all misconstrued. But as far as walking into a year where you don't have to worry about anything, my love, because you're done. You're leaving all this baggage here. You're leaving all that self-doubt here. You're leaving all the exes here, all the past things that you have done in your life that has happened to you, molestation, leaving all that here. I don't want it anymore. It's not who I am. That's not who I am. I have passed my test. I deserve a blissful life, and that's what I demand, a blissful life for myself. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to live in a blissful life. And that's what's going on. That's what it is. I love y'all. It was just on 1222. But I love y'all. Been on here for 12 minutes. Like I said, pat yourself on the back for all your hard work. And if you're not on your spiritual journey, get on your spiritual journey. Maybe it's not. So I'm gonna rephrase that. Expand your knowledge. I'll just say expand your knowledge, your spiritual knowledge, if you want to go that route. I'm not telling anyone to do anything they don't want to do, but if they've been seeking more knowledge and more ways to get in tune with their spirituality and higher consciousness, like I said, you go into meditation, do some yoga, start eating lighter. Not saying just cut off all your meat and everything like that, but give your body a break. You know, I went to, like I said, I took went on a 3-day fast of fruit. You know, fruit, coconut water, things like that. Just eliminating processed food, you know, out of your system, just for a couple of days, a week, you know, anything. So yeah, continue loving yourself. That's part of your self-care. It's time for healing as well. You know, healing your mind, healing your body, healing yourself. Keep getting everything in line, aligning your ego with your higher consciousness, because we're one. We're all dark and light. We're one. So don't do away with your ego, you know, but put your ego in the back seat sometimes, and you sit back and you listen to situations. Don't always be that one to comment on people things, because like I said, you can take on someone's karma just by commenting or getting into someone else's conversation. It's just as simple as that. The energy here on the earth, it has risen, and it's time for us to elevate our mind and continue to grow mentally, physically, spiritually, because we need each other. We need ourselves. If you don't want to be here, don't be here. Everyone know how to take themselves out, but we say that in a way of I don't even want to get into it, but definitely speak love, speak encouragement over yourself, speak peace over your life, speak love, speak wealth, speak good health, all that. I love y'all. Your boy Syrian Star. Sending y'all great vibrations. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Jupiter day.